As the Finance Ministry goes through the process of preparing the national budget, there have been concerns about the state of the national debt. For instance, the latest indebtedness report shows that Ugandans owe 41.3 trillion shillings. This report shows that the external debt accounts to about 27.3 trillion shillings, while the domestic debt alone is about 13.3 trillion shillings. Uganda's public debt has increased by 22%, rising from 33.99 trillion shillings at June 30th, 2017 to 41.51 trillion shillings at the end of June 30th, 2018. The national census indicates that there are nearly 41 million Ugandans. At that rate, every Ugandan is now owed 1.1 million shilling per head, assuming the debt is repaid today. Commenting on this, the Chief Executive Director of the Civil Society Budget Advocacy Group, Julius Makundi, says it is important that Ugandans don't get excited about the coming 34 trillion shilling budget, since 12 trillion shillings of it will go to debt financing.
Number one is that debt refinancing is increasing. Debt refinancing is the amount of money we are unable to pay now, and we have decided that we are going to pay the next financial year. It was at around 5 trillion, now it has been budgeted at 6 trillion. So for me, to any person who says debt, we are still below 50%, I would say, okay, hold on, don't be comfortable on that one, because our ability, every year we are negotiating to pay next year. And if we are to pay next year, the amount is less than this year, you would say, yes, we are managing. It is a sign that we are not managing as a country.
Mukunda further explained that although the debt to gross domestic product ratio is still below the 50% threshold, there are worrying trends that it can exceed the limit if government has to borrow to implement heavy projects such as the standard gauge railway.
And the Auditor General has told us that we are spending close to 1.2 trillion to service those loans that we are not utilizing because we committed ourselves to use them. So they are lying there in a bank.
He notes that they are not saying that the government should stop borrowing funds. They are, however, concerned that it is high time government ensures strict compliance with the project timeliness and ensuring price and unit costs as competitive.
We are now borrowing more on commercial terms than on concessional terms. It means that commercial terms is that your interest is higher, yet there are concessional loans by other multilateral institutions that have a longer grace period, a longer payment period, more than 40 years, and also attract less interest.
In the same way, Joseph Olwen, Oxfam's project leader, Finance for Development, advised government to revisit the 2019-2020 budget framework paper by prioritizing education and health sectors as they play a critical role in the development of a nation.
What matters is, as we get in this external financing, is it in line with the priorities of this country? That is very, very important. Is it in line with the priorities that are set within our development framework? How inclusive are these processes? How are these arguments, crafted in a way that they don't put our country in a situation where one may say we are even mortgaging the country?